Should we build Sid Timeless Artificer in Commander? Let's take a look at this card and examine if it's actually any good. Okay, starting off with the stats, we have blue-white 2 for a 4/4 legendary human artificer. Artifact creatures and heroes you control get +1/+1 for each artificer you control and each artificer card in your graveyard. A deck can have any number of cards named Sid Timeless Artificer, and it cycles for blue-white. The newest in a long line of like 10 cards that say a deck can have any number, but this is really interesting because this one's legendary and also gets extra bonuses for how many copies you have in the graveyard. It's also quite notable that artifact creatures get plussed up by artificers in play and in your graveyard because it's very easy to cycle Sids or to self-mill in blue, which means your artifact creatures can get enormous quite quickly. There's also the fact that this card cycles, and let's say you're playing a commander deck with 38 lands and 62 cards, probably you're going to have at least half of those as Sids if you're going to be doing the Sid thing, so maybe we'll say 35 Sids just roughly. If you're playing that many cards that cycle, there's a decent chance you're going to want to have a Cycling Matters theme with cards like Astral Slide and Astral Drift. I just showed them backwards, but it's the same concept, right? Whenever you cycle a card, you basically get to blink a creature. And there's like varying cards that do things like this, ones that make drakes, ones that make creatures. There are 16 different pieces of unique art for Sid Timeless Artificer, one for each Final Fantasy game, so I expect this will be a very popular commander deck to build, and also these will be kind of hard to get, because I have to tell you guys, I opened quite a bit of Final Fantasy products so far, and I only got a few Sids. It is just a standard legal uncommon, so it should be more common than that, but I don't know, I just didn't open that many. We go through a couple more ideas of things you can do with Sid, but be sure to hit that follow button if you guys like deck techs and specifically Final Fantasy content. I've been doing a lot of news and updates and things as the set continues to be spoiled. So Urza's probably the biggest card that comes to mind in the strategy, I guess, that I have in mind for this deck. Obviously, Urza's powerful on his own, plus the fact that he's an artificer, plus the fact that if I'm gonna go with the Astral Slide, Astral Drift plan where I'm blinking things, he not only makes a giant artifact creature when he enters the battlefield, but he's also an artificer to make that artifact creature bigger anyway. It's like kind of everything about this is good. And to be fair, there are a million very powerful blue and white artificers that have good enters the battlefield triggers, so I just feel like in general a blue-white deck that has a lot of enters the battlefield synergy is probably kind of a go-to with this. But the real question is actually casting Sid for 4 mana. Is that something you're ever going to really want to do? And are you just going to constantly want to be cycling things for 2 mana? Maybe, I'm not sure. Seems really fun. I'm excited to see what people try to do with this. Let me know below if you're going to be building Sid, and I will talk to you guys in the next one.